Hello, guys, and welcome back to once again another live stream here on the VB Thomas platform. Today we will be racing, we will be commentating Formula One Racing League video. Today it is going to be in Monaco, and I'm not really looking forward to stream on Monaco, but it is what it is. We got to do it, and um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be Division 2 today, as Division 1 did not have enough people. Well, to stream for. Well, actually, kind of, but the owner suggested to do the Div 2 because there's going to be more people today, so we will be doing Div 2. It is going to be Monaco, and last week we had Austria. And Austria is a little bit more of a racing track than Monaco is. We saw Bungie Bucket win that race, and then Merv in P2 and Tompa in P3. It's filled with British drivers once again, like we saw on Monday in Rainer's Racing League. But yeah, here in the Formula One Racing League, there's going to be a lot of British people. More than 70%, in my opinion, is British. So yeah, it's not really a surprise that the top three is British. Actually, is there actually an international, well, someone not from Britain in this league? Can't quite remember who. Oh yeah, wait, what's his name again? Let me have a quick look. Moka, Matko, that's it. So Matko is a driver from Slovenia. So yeah, we've got a Slovenian driver, and the rest is all British. Love to see it. Oh, we've got Young, but he is from Scotland, so that's basically British, right? Track information wise, we are looking at a race in Monaco with a population of only 40,000 people. The first Grand Prix ever held was in 1950, and to be honest, this week we are seeing a lot of tracks who are from 1950. We saw Belgium. We saw which one did we see? Which one did we have yesterday? Oh man, how could I forget this? Which did we have yesterday? Let me have a quick look. Oh no. Oh, Italy on Tuesday. That was it. Yeah, I thought it was going to be yesterday, but yesterday I had Singapore, and that's from 2008. I know all of this data already in my head. Since the league hasn't done a race yet in Monaco last season, I assume we don't have any data on the most races won on this track in F1 RL, and since there hasn't been a race, I don't have a fastest quali lap and a fastest race lap. So unfortunately, I cannot give you any details there. Looking at the track layout, oh, we just started with turn one. It's always chaos in turn one, but actually a lot of runaway room down the inside. So if guys need to cut the corner there, they will just get a warning, and we'll keep it clean. Now, coming down the main straight, if you have a good exit coming out of turn 19, you might be able to make an overtake down the main straight here to start-finish straight. You do have DRS, but as you can see, it's always chaos there in turn one. Not much room there to make an overtake, but if you can throw it down the inside, you might be able to shove the guy on the left side into the wall. Of course, that's not something you want to do, but still, turn 5 is also a pretty decent overtaking opportunity, one of the best ones here in Monaco. Now you've got the slowest corner in the whole F1 calendar, and that's going to be turn. I kind of forgot what turn that was. Did it say turn 9? Let me have a quick look. Turn 9 it is indeed. Wow, I'm a magician. Welcome Benji Bucket in the chat. So yeah, that's going to be your track layout today. It's going to be a short qualifying and a 50% race. The track distance is going to be 3.3 kilometers, and the race distance will be around 130 kilometers. So not that much. Usually around multiple tracks we see it between 150, 160. Today it's going to be 130. So the guys will will have to put their best feet in the car, if that makes sense. Because of course, Monaco, you're going to have a lot of wing changes, and we might be able to get a new safety car song. I didn't do them the last 3 races, but the guys requested to do the safety car song, so I might do one safety car song just for you guys. Get ready for lots of safety cars. Actually, last game on the F122 game on Monaco, there was some kind of glitch that the safety car never came out. So I don't think we will be seeing a safety car today. If that glitch is still going on, of course. If the glitch isn't going on, we might be having 3 or 4 safety cars, depending on how many wing changes we're gonna have. But strategy-wise, we are looking at a high safety car probability, of course, if the game isn't glitched. Tire degradation rate is quite low. You can easily go for the soft medium, especially on this game. And then tire overheating probability depends on your setup, of course, but I do think that a tire overheating probability of 50 is quite all right. Then, of course, medium hards, hard mediums, soft hards, and soft mediums could work perfectly. Yeah, then my predictions, because you guys didn't want to blame the game, so I'm gonna do my prediction chart once again. I'm gonna get my drivers on screen right now. Let me have a quick look. There's 17 drivers. Emotive Carrot is quite fast, if I'm being honest. Matko is also quite fast. But we saw Murph, Tompa, and Mr. Benji Bucket in the podium last week, so I think I'm gonna put 2 of them on the podium today again. I might put Merv in P1, Benji Bucket in P3, and I'm going with Mr. Matko in P2. I'm going for a bold strategy here. Amount of safety cars, 3 or 4 if the game is not glitched, 0 if the game is glitched. What did I do usually? Biggest winner, biggest loser? I'm going for biggest winner, Mr. Sean MC, and biggest loser, Geldy. Fuck you, Geldy. No, it's just a joke, Geldy. If you're watching, I love you. Sort of. Meh. All right, so I think that was gonna be the introduction here. I will be right back with you guys. I'm just gonna do the be right back screen, and then once the race is gonna start, that's gonna be around in between 2 minutes and 3 minutes. We will be back with you. So I will see you soon in a minute.
I've been talking to the voice in my head, making me second guess, making me think I'm not good enough, making me think I'm not like the rest. I got everything that I wanted, but lately I'm feeling so empty. I never would think about stopping, but lately it's feeling so tempting. Drowning in all of my fear, drowning in all of my problems. Everyone thinking I'm perfect, really I think that I'm falling. I know I got millions of plays, but wonder if music my calling. But I've been working too long, now I just feel like I'm all in. Gotta wait it out, gotta make it out, going through phases. My anger, I take it out, all on my bank account, spend it like crazy. Nobody told me that it would all end up just being this way. I'm keeping my head up, I know that I'm gonna see better days. Right place, right time, but I'm not fine. I just hold it all in my mind. I know one day that I'ma shine, but till then I feel like I'm on my own. Feeling like I'm on my own. Feeling like I'm all alone. Waiting till that feeling gone, but I've been waiting way too long. Got what I wanted, but I need something every night just to slow my mind. Feeling like I'm on my own. Feeling like I'm all alone. I know that it's bigger than me. Know that they checking on me. When they be going through struggles, I know that they listen to me. Trying to help them hold it all together when they falling apart. I'm thinking way back to the start. The reason I got into music and all that I wanted was helping out people and keeping it honest. I can't let it go, can't let it stop me no more. Built it all up from the floor. They gon' talk about me when I'm gone. I can't leave them on without giving them more. What they gonna think about me if I settle down and never finish giving my story? I don't wanna look back in time, thinking about the shine that was meant to be for me. Gotta get it while I can, I gotta stick to the plan. I gotta help out my fam, I got a lot on my shoulders, but it can't be changing the man that I am. Know that I'm meant to do bigger things, on a bigger level, living bigger dreams. Hard times, but I gotta grind till the day I die, I'm making history. Right place, right time, but I'm not fine. I I just hold it all in my mind. I know one day that I'ma shine, but till then I feel like I'm on my own. Feeling like I'm on my own.
Hello guys and welcome back to this Monaco Grand Prix. It is first going to be a short qualifying, so we will be seeing some guys go into the wall, of course, because Monaco is not always a nice track to keep your concentration at, especially after 35 laps, I think it is, because the actual Grand Prix is 70 or 72. Wait, then it's 36 laps. Oh, that's even more chaos. A lap more chaos is what we want here in Monaco. A lot of wing changes. I predicted there was going to be more than 20 wing changes, so... No, 13. Wait, 13 or 14? Can't quite remember. Or was that in Singapore? That was in Singapore. I think there's going to be more than 20 here in Monaco. Because of course, Monaco, I mean, we've got such close, tight corners and tight walls, and they're all so close to each other, and it's always chaos, especially this pit exit. Look at the pit exit alone. It's just so close to the wall that you don't really have much room to turn the corner, actually. And then now the guys are warming up their laps, so we're gonna have a quick on board with everyone to see how this track looks like. Of course, we already saw the track, what it looked like on the track layout, but I mean, a little bit on board looks a little bit better. Now turning into turn 10, as it is the slowest corner on track, turn 11 right now, which you can actually do full throttle if you, well, not really full throttle, but you need to lift right before that turn, and then when you go into that turn, you will be able to go a little bit full throttle, just to get a little bit more grip onto the track, and then slide through the corner, if that makes sense. Now this section is quite a difficult one, where you are going to have a little bit of a chicane. I would call it a chicane, but it's not really a chicane. It looks like a chicane, but it's a little bit like Monza turn 1, but in the opposite side, the opposite way. And they're all piling up here in sector 3. The Red Bull driver now overtakes the McLaren driver. I think it was the McLaren driver. It was a Haas driver. Now the Red Bull driver will need to leave a little bit of space to the Alpine driver right ahead. Otherwise, he will be a little bit too close, and that's not really suggested here in Monaco. And it seems like the Haas driver already has a broken front wing. Yeah. No. Or is it the car? I'm not too sure. Benji Bucket now coming around the first corner of the track to start his fast lap. What is the Red Bull driver going to be able to do? He was P1 in the race last week in Austria. Now coming into turn 4 or 5. I'm not too sure. The Haas driver is already in the wall. Everyone needs to watch out into turn 4. And this is turn 9 or 10. I need to get my things up real quick. Where's the track info? Oh, it's turn 6. My apologies. Oh my days. I just completely missed that. Benji Bucket, he managed to get a little bit closer to the Alpine driver though, so he might got invalidation for the Red Bull driver, so we might want to ride on board with the Alpine driver. Where is he? Thatcher's entering sector 3 at the moment, and this is one of the smoothest sections on track where you're able to nail that corner section nicely. You're feeling like a happy man. Thatcher now coming around the last corner. He takes a lot of grip on the outside, and it looks very great for the Alpine driver as he comes across the line with a 117.6. It is going to place him in P4 now, gets shoved down to place 5. Benji Bucket is going for another lap as he invalidated the previous one. And Level joined the session. Welcome, Level. And he has left again. he saw he didn't have any plays anymore, so we're gonna have a full grid today, and it's looking great. Especially in Monaco. If you've got a full grid on Monaco, everyone is gonna turn up every other race. And to be honest, Sean, he has really managed to manage this league quite well, because if you manage to get 20 people on the grid for Monaco, you're just a magician. And especially last season, every race I've commentated, they always had a full grid, and today it seems to be the same, even for a Division 2 race. Benji Bucket back into the pits. Stompa not racing. Oh wait, he's in P3. Angry Guns in P1. The Alpine driver with 111.9. He is 1 full second ahead of P2. That is just a crazy time, but I do think that's going to be able to get beaten today by maybe Mr. Benji Bucket, or maybe Emotive Carrot, because Emotive Carrot, she's quite fast. I remember her driving in last season, and she did some pretty good racing around. I think it was Abu Dhabi, the last race of the season. Tomo coming across the line, the Williams driver. What is he going to put? A 113.3, as the Williams driver will put himself in P5. Now trying to put a little bit of pressure on the Red Bull driver. It seems like he's turning into turn 4. No, it is turn 3. My apologies. This is turn 4. And this is turn 5. He's got to watch out for the Alfa Romeo driver right ahead, as they're going through the slowest part of the track, and you don't want any dirty air here. As you can see, the Red Bull driver had to go a little bit wide, had a little bit of understeer, and the Alfa Romeo driver parks himself on the curb. But will he be stuck? Yeah, he is stuck. You see? Oh no, he's letting other people through. Oh yeah, you see? Oh yeah, he was stuck. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, and then he kind of ruins the Williams driver's his lap. But honestly, if I were a steward, I wouldn't say this is a penalty, mainly because he was stuck on the curb. He wasn't able to get back on track. He was letting 3 or 4 people go past. He was trying to get people to not ruin, well, for himself, not to ruin people's laps. And he was just stuck. And usually when you're stuck on a curb, it says, well, it counts down to 10. And when you're at 3 or 2 or 1, you need to reset back on track, and unfortunately he was probably around 3 or 2 or 1 because he was there already for 10 seconds. And yeah, he was just unlucky that a Williams driver came there, but I'm pretty sure he's going to apologize for ruining the Williams driver's lap. We've got Tofi, Fubar, and Smoggy already out of the session, as they're currently in P13, 15, and 17. Right now on board with Shaf Batcher, the Aston Martin driver. Let's have a quick look where he is on the driver standing. It seems like he's all the way in P10 with 33 points, but he hasn't validated this lap, and he seems to be kissing the wall right there on the exit. He doesn't have a front wing anymore, so you might want to ride on board with CPD Beer, although he's coming into the pits. Matko might be on a fast lap at the moment. Benji Bucket has joined. I think he left the session for some reason. Everyone is on the soft tires, and that's what you really want to have in Monaco today, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of people on the hards. Oh, Matko now coming across the last turn, as he kind of slid through that turn. Doesn't want to go into the wall, of course. Oh, he's got... Oh no, he's just going to start his lap, but he's got that Williams driver right behind him. And I wonder who that is. Is it going to be the Williams driver who got his lap ruined twice? Once by Sean, once by Matko. And I do think that's Tomo, but was he on a fast lap though? I really wonder, because Tomo, he seems to be on those tires for quite a few laps already, and I'm not too sure Matko is going for another one though. I want to see if he's faster after Sector 2, as he just entered Sector 2, and it seems to be going all smoothly, as he needs to have a good exit here. He does. Now down the tunnel section where you do need a lot of speed. You cannot really use DRS and ERS here when it's raining, because then you will just slide all over the place. And now he's got an Alpine driver right ahead. Is he going to leave some space? Is the Alpine driver going to go to the side? Doesn't look like it. It does look like it. Unfortunately, I think Matko got caught off guard. No, they didn't really look at that timing in Sector 2. Oh, almost makes the same mistake, but he's coming into the pits. Homer right now, he's not going to be able to improve. Kraggles maybe. He's 6/10 slower than his previous lap, so I don't think he's going to be able to improve either. Widget maybe. He's the first guy well, he's one of the only guys who have not set a lap yet, including Chef Badger, Beer, and Emotive Carrot. But it seems like Widget, he had the fastest first sector, but then touched the wall coming into turn 6. And unfortunately, that will not be an improvement, I'm afraid. Maybe we can drive on board with Mrs. Emotive Carrot. Yeah, I got caught off guard there. Because she's the only driver who's a woman in this league, and I mean, probably. I'm not actually sure. Are there many women who race F1? I haven't seen them many. I think Emotive Carrot is the only one I know that plays F1. Coming around the last corner, down the main straight. What is she going to be able to do here? P11. Not too bad at 115.1, but I do imagine that she wants to go a little bit faster because she is a 1.5 second away from the top 10. And being in P11, being that far away from the position ahead, is a little bit, I'm not going to say disappointing, but a little bit depressing for that driver, because you see Sashir in P12, he used to be pretty fast, Red Bull driver from last season. Welcome, Geldy. Welcome. Hope you're having an amazing evening. Are you racing, actually? Where are you? Yeah, in P9. You're in the pits. Aha. There's a lot of people who are actually joining the session, but there's no much room. Not much room. Angry Guns left the session. Hold up, what happened with the Alpine driver? Benji Bucket is right on the tail of the Ferrari driver. Make sure to not have any battles on track here, guys. It's qualifying. Benji Bucket is improving. Second sector, fastest second sector, and now he's right on the tail of the Ferrari driver. He don't know this is gonna be. Oh yeah. Oh no, this is. It's not Emotive Carrot's fault, because she was also on a fast lap, so Benji Bucket should have calculated this better, if I'm being honest. I mean, he was so close to the Ferrari driver starting his lap, and you know, if you're one of the faster guys on track and going against one of the slower woman, well, she's the only woman, but you get what I mean, one of the slower drivers on track. Actually, I wouldn't call it slower driver, but she's in P14, so you know what I mean, like slowest, one of the slower guys on, well, girls on this track. So it's so difficult. I think I'm just gonna ask her in chat if I can call her a guy for the streams. Of course, she's not a guy, by the way, but it's just so difficult trying to take that into account, that there's a girl on the grid, and I always, because I've got some punchlines that I always use, so like guys this, the guys that, but because I'm not an English native, it's a little bit difficult, because then I have to switch around with the words in my sentences. Benji Bucket now coming around the last corner. It is not going to be an improvement, but he's going for one more lap. He did not have time to come into the pits, although he did have time. 5 more minutes on the board, but maybe if he finishes this lap, there might be some time left still for the Red Bull driver as he comes into turn 4 right now. Beautifully done. He needs to watch out for that little bump there in the track. Fastest first sector. He's 2 tenths down on his previous time. And Benji Bucket, it says, oh no, it didn't say Haas driver. I thought the top right emoji was the Haas team, but it's actually the soft tire. Attachers already retired from the session at 117.6. He's going to be happy with that, although he actually isn't. He didn't retire himself. Well, he did, crashing into the wall, but he didn't retire by pressing the button retire on track. Benji Bucket coming around the last couple of corners as he has the fastest second sector too, so this is possibly looking... Oh, wait, did he touch the wall there or didn't he? He doesn't have front wing damage, so he might... No, he might not have damage. I don't think so. He's coming around the last corner quite smoothly, and that is going to be a big improvement for Mr. Red Bull, a 111.0, and he is the main character, well, the main, I'm not going to say character, but the main suspect for the fastest lap here. And I put my money on Mr. Murph, but he's not even in the... Oh wait, he is. Murph 6964. He's all the way in P13. Oh my days. Mr. Murph, you gotta get some good... you gotta get a better qualifying lap, because otherwise my prediction has gone to shit again. But Benji Bucket takes P1 here in Monaco with a 7/10 distance to P2 Angry Guns, who already left the session. So I'm not too sure what's up with him, but he might get a new invite from the guys in the admin box, whatever you want to call it. Not the comms box, because I'm not able to invite anyone. Hey, I need to focus on the race, guys. Don't add me. Don't add me. Regals. P3, he's not improving, so I don't... Wait, is he improving? Let's have a quick look here. He's not improving, 2 seconds slower. As Sean now comes across the line to put himself in P4, Kregel is going to retire from the session. Did he just went into the wall? No, the Williams driver is right there. The car is not going to be there when Sean passes it. Nope. Matko, he validated his lap. Maybe Beer. He is coming into the pits. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of people improving. Maybe Emotive Carrot, as she is going a little bit faster, it seems like, here in Sector 1. Let's have a quick look as she comes across the second sector line. Watch out for the bump once again. She's improving by 5/10, so that will not put her in the top 13 yet. But if she improves a little bit more here in Sector 2 and Sector 3, although she has to watch out for the Williams driver right ahead, and that might catch her off guard. But of course, I mean, in Monaco you need to have a lot of concentration, and the Williams driver will go to the right side of the track. It's looking great for Emotive Carrot here. She comes, well, she enters the chicane part of the track. It's a difficult one. You really need to be really close to the wall to have a good time on Monaco. And she's improving by 1 second. Where will that put her? Possibly in P13, as she needs to improve 3/10 here in Sector 3. And she's going to. She is going to. Now coming across the last corner. Oh, I had a little bit of a snap there. DRS wide open, and it is going to be a 6/10 improvement. She was up by 1 second, but I think that last corner kind of fucked her qualifying lap right there, as she lost about 4/10s there, and possibly even more, because she was up by quite a bit there entering Sector 3, and now she's going for another one. It seems like 1/10 slower than the 1:14.2 she already set. Ferrari driver trying to get a little bit more time of her time, because of course starting in P14 in Monaco is not always ideal, especially entering turn 1. But I do assume the guys at the back are just gonna wait and see what happens, because usually in Monaco there's gonna be a lot of carnage, and you just want to see how many guys are gonna be changing their wings after turn 1. But then of course you need to watch out for them, because they're gonna be sliding all over the place and turning into your car, and you just need to watch out there. Galdia P12, I'm expecting more from you, buddy. I'm gonna put you as my biggest loser of the evening, so I expect you to retire in turn 1. Well, not really. I'm wishing you all the best this race. Emotive Carrot now coming across the line with a 2/10 slower time than her previous one, and it is going to be qualifying over. Who is still on a lap? Mr. Tomo, by the way, sorry guys, I had to sneeze. He's not on a fast lap, but the McLaren driver is. Rhino Hussey just came across the line. It was the other McLaren. Wait, it wasn't the other McLaren driver. I'm not too sure. Interesting. So the only driver who's still on the lap is Mr. Geldy, but also Mrs. Emotive Carrot. Geldy now coming into the chicane. He's looking really fast. The Williams driver, that battery on the top of his head is going to give him a little bit more power here through Sector 3. Hopefully, he has the fastest second sector, and he's 9/10 faster than his previous time. Is he going to be able to get a good time here on the leaderboard? Well, the time trial, well, the qualifying board. Coming across the last corner, he has a little bit of a snap. Down the main straight, DRS wide open, ERS wide open, and it is going to be a B3 for Mr. Williams. He lived up my expectations. A 111.8, as he is only 1/10 away from P2 and a couple of tenths away from P1. This was going to be your Monaco qualifying, and usually in Monaco your qualifying position decides everything, as the guys in between P5 and P15 are a little bit fucked, and then P16 and well, P16, 17, 18, 19, 20 are going to be safe. And then, of course, P1 to 5 are also going to be kind of safe. P1 is the safest of all. He can just launch it into turn 1. And the guys behind him, well, he can leave them behind. So Mr. Benji Bucket, 7/10 ahead. He's going to be very happy with that P1 here in Monaco. We've got Angry Guns in P2 and Geldy in P3. Further, we've got Kraggle, Sean, Young, Tomo, Matko, Rhino, and Chef Badger to finish off the top 10. Further, we've got Beer, Tompa, Merv, Emotive Carrot, Sashir, Thatchers, Smoggy, Fubar, Widget, and Tofi to end your 20 drivers here in Monaco. It is going to be a full qualifying, a 50% race right now, which is, in my eyes, a full race. But I actually haven't seen many leagues use the 35%. Because that, honestly, if I was a league owner, I would use 35. Because 50% is just so long. It's making me exhausted, especially with a full qualifying ahead in front of it. And the full qualifying, I mean, if I've got a league coming to me saying, oh yeah, we want you to commentate our races, we do have a full qualifying, I tend to say no thank you, because full qualifying is just so boring. And Q1 and 2, I mean, I don't have any problems with Q3 because it doesn't take as long as a short qualifying, and it doesn't take as long as Q2 and Q1, but Q3 is just the only interesting thing about a full qualifying, because of course there's gonna be people not being able to qualify for Q1 and Q2, well, Q2 and Q3 and Q1 and Q2. Oh, there's gonna be 5 red lights. Where's my, oh, here we go. Wait, it's glitched already. It's 5 red lights, and away we go here in Monaco. Benji Puckett has a decent start. Geldy now throws it down the inside of the Alpine driver. They're going into turn 1 quite nicely. Who's coming ahead? It seems like that's going to be Geldy as he takes P2. Angry Guns gets dropped back to P3. Crackles in P4 and Young in P5. Now we've got Sean in P6. He has been overtaken by the Aston Martin driver into turn 1 possibly. Now we've got Rhino in P7. Tomo in P8. We've got Matko in P9, Shaft Badger in P10 still. Let's have a quick look with the tires, as there's a lot of different strategies here in Monaco. A couple of guys on the mediums, a couple of guys on the soft, as it seems like the Red Bull driver has a broken front wing there. But the race leader is on hard tires. Yellow flags already in Sector 2, as that is possibly going to be the McLaren driver or the Red Bull driver with his broken front wing. We've got 2 soft tire runners with Kraggles and Smoogie. And we've got medium tire runners Geldy, Sean, Tomo, Matko, Sashir, and Fubar. Tomo seems to be pretty close to the guy ahead. The Williams driver is causing the McLaren driver to go off track. Young, DNFs already. The Aston Martin driver, his car is causing carnage, and it is going to be a virtual safety car. So Young actually didn't survive a single lap. Young, that wasn't really ideal, was it? I'm not laughing with you, by the way, Young. You did very great. Rhino has a broken front wing, so he's coming into the pits to get that changed, and he is going to be the first driver with a broken front wing. Of course, I'm not taking Young into account because he DNF'd and Rhino is still racing. But we had a pretty amazing race start, to be honest. We were seeing Sean in P5. He didn't really gain a position, so I think... Who made that position on Sean again? Possibly Young. Yes, it was Young. And Geldy made up 1 position, and then the guys all the way from P8 to P10 gained 1 position due to Rhino coming into the pits. And the only driver who was able to get 1 position on the board is Emotive Carrot and Thatcher, and also Widget. So those guys have been able to make an overtake into turn 1 or possibly sector 1. There's going to be a lot of gaps in between the drivers. You see Tomo with a 4.7 second distance to Sean. Sean, who has a 3 second distance to Mr. Kraggles. And Mr. Kraggles seems to be pretty close to Angry Guns right now. The Mercedes driver and the Alpine driver might be battling quite heavily here in lap 3, as Kraggles is on the soft tire, so he's going to have a good exit coming out of turn 19. Now down the main straight. as the tire strategies seem to be hard mediums or medium softs. A two-stopper could work here around Monaco, although you're going to lose track position and there is not many opportunities to make an overtake on the guy ahead. So you don't want to go for a two-stopper. One-stopper is the perfect thing because you can keep the guys behind really well. So soft medium might work, although it's going to be 39 laps. So I was wrong with my 35 lap prediction. It's going to be 39 here today in Monaco, as it seems like Kregel is still trying to make his way around the field. Benji Bucket has left the session. This is big. Geldy is going to be able to overtake the Red Bull driver, and Angry Guns might be able to overtake the Red Bull driver, as he is ghosted and the guys can just drive through his card. I'm not too sure how much the AI is on, but right now Benji Bucket is losing positions. One to Geldy, probably one to Angry Guns. Is Gregor's going to be able to get a little bit closer there? Emotive Carrot in P10. She made up one position already, well, 3 to be exact. CPT Beer, 3-second time penalty. And Emotive Carrot right now entering sector 3, as the Ferrari driver is trying to get a little bit closer to Tampa, who got P3 last week in Austria. And now Angry Guns gets that position from Benji Bucket. So does the Mercedes driver. He might get caught off guard with driving into the AI of the Red Bull driver. But right now, Benji Bucket losing 3 positions already, and he might be frustrated. Is he going to get an invite back? He has joined again. And then he's going to be frustrated seeing he lost 3 positions. But I'm pretty sure he will be able to get them back as soon as possible. Rhino Hussey with 114.9 here in Monaco. Let's have a quick look with Smoggy. Smoggy, who gained 4 positions already. And I'm pretty sure he's going to try to defend this P13 from the Mercedes driver right behind him. Widget, who is now on the hard tires. What tire is Smoggy on? He seems to be on the softs, so he should be faster. He should be faster, but is that going to be the case? He seems to be catching up to Sashir, although just lost 2/10 through that corner. And what is Tomo going to do? He's right on the tail of Benji Bucket. He's sniffing that butt. And, oh, Benji! Oh no, what's happening to Benji's car? He's glitching all over the place. He's back in P5, it seems like, and Matko is back in P7. Not too sure how that happened, but now Matko is going to try and make a move down the inside of the Williams driver, although it's not going to be happening. Benji Bucket has left the session again, unfortunately, and he's back to being a ghost. Tomo right now in turn 4. He's taking a lot of grip on the inside, almost touches the wall there on the outside, but he managed to keep it clean, and he's got Matko right on his tail, and I'm pretty sure he is pushing to make that overtake on the Williams driver. Matko right now trying to put a lot of pressure on the shoulders to make him make a mistake. And Tomo, he's not going to give up. He's going to get this P5. The top 5 position looks great on the standings, actually. I'm going to have a quick look how the standings are looking like. Going to get my app with me real quick. Benji Bucket in P1 with 101 points, and we've got Merv in P2 and Tompa in P3. Further, we've got Rhino, Angry Guns, Toffee, Geldy, Tomo, Sean, and Chef Badger. So Tomo actually all the way in P8. He is defending his P8 because he's pretty close in a battle with Sean. So he really needs to get one more position on the board, as it seems like Thatcher's, he crashed out entering turn 5, it seems like. As I'm pretty sure he went a little bit too deep. So it's going to be a virtual safety car, talking a little bit more about the Drivers' Championship. Tomo being in a close battle with Sean. And then we've got Toffee, who seems to be all the way in P17, so he didn't have a very nice... Oh, Merv, a drive-through penalty. He's all the way in P11, and he will lose a couple of positions more due to that drive-through penalty for speeding under virtual safety car. We've got Rhino all the way in P14. He's not going to score a lot of points to defend his P4 in the Drivers' Championship. And we've got Angry Guns currently in P2. He's going to be defending his P5 in the Drivers' Championship. And Geldy might be able to gain a couple of positions here. The virtual safety car is already gone. And we're going to have Angry Guns trying to close the gap to Geldy. I'm going to have a quick sip of my water because my throat is a little bit getting sore. Benji Bucket retired from the session. I think he retired on track though. Not too sure what happened with Galdi. He's coming into the pits. Did he have a broken front wing? No way! He also got a drive-through penalty. No, he didn't. Never mind. He doesn't have a broken front wing. Yes, he does. He's going for the hard tires to finish this race on 33 lap old hard tires. So it's not looking great for Galdi at the moment, as Angry Guns might be able to get his first P1 of the season with a 2-second distance to Greggles. Of course, Greggles with those soft tires. He's gonna come into the pits soon, but not soon enough. Haha. Toffee and Fubar seem to be in a heavy battle, although Fubar coming into the pits right now. What is Smokey gonna do? He's on the tail of Rhino. No, it is gonna be Sashir. But I'm pretty sure Sashir is gonna be able to hold back Smokey a little bit so that Rhino can make that move again on the Haas driver. All three drivers running 6-lap old tires except for Rhino. He is on 5-lap old mediums. He came into the pits right after lap 1, and I mean, it's not ideal as he's all the way in P11, but he made up a couple of positions already since. Widget and Merv both coming into the pits. Probably both have had a drive-through penalty. Now Smoggy on his soft tires. Does he feel comfortable enough to make a move into turn 1? He's not close enough. 6/10 as he now touches the wall. Does he have a broken front wing? It seems like it. He has a little bit of understeer. Rhino is able to get a little bit closer to the Haas driver. And maybe it is going to be Rhino's turn. The Haas driver now turns into the wall. He's got to come into the pits, but he doesn't. He was afraid that Rhino was going to be there on the inside. And now Smoggy is going to let him go through. Is he going to let him go through? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Smoggy defending his P10 without a front wing. He's just parking it on the racing line. Now Smoggy into turn 4. It's not looking great. They're having a collision side by side through turn 4. And he still has P10. I wouldn't say that was the cleanest of moves, but still defending his P10 position. He's losing 1 second each corner, because right now he's 2.7 seconds behind Sashir. And he does have that penalty too. Tomo is having a heated battle with Sean, it seems like. Sean who might have a broken front wing as he's losing a couple of tenths. Smoggy, what a legend on his soft tires without a front wing. And I'm pretty sure he's trying to extend these softs in order to go for hards. He's letting the McLaren driver go past right now, as it's not very ideal to go through this section side by side without a front wing. And Sean coming into the pits, possibly at a broken front wing. Geldy with the fastest lap of 1:14.7 as the Williams driver is currently on 2-lap old hards. Trying to make his way through the field. He's 6.3 seconds behind Emotive Carrot, and I've got to give my props to Emotive Carrot. She came all the way from P14, currently in P6, as she gained 8 positions. He's also catching up to Tampa, the AlphaTauri driver, who's struggling a little bit here on these hards, as he is 4.8 seconds behind Matko. Matko, who's already gained 4 positions, and Tofi being the biggest winner with 9 positions gained. He's currently in P11, trying to make his way through the field, although he's got 12 seconds to make up for. So I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Is Rhino going to be able to get a little bit closer to his teammate? It seems like Smoggy did come into the pits after all. And there is going to be another yellow flag. Virtual safety car, and who's cost it this time? Seems like that's going to be the Mercedes driver, Widget, who's come into the pits again. Benji Bucket joined again, but he got retired already. So I'm not too sure what he's coming into the pits for, in the lobby for again. My apologies. Everyone seems to be outside of the 1 second of each other. It was actually Kraggles who came into the pit, so he's going to lose a couple of positions, including one to the Williams driver Geldy, as Geldy now made the move as the Mercedes driver, right? Came out of the pit lane, so actually he can make that move until the white line is there to. I'm not too sure actually. When can you make that move? Because I don't see a white line entering the pit lane there. Interesting. Let me have a quick look here. Where's the pit lane? Here's the pit lane. No, it's not here, but we're gonna drive on board with Beer real quick to see where that yellow line is. It is a white line. My apologies. And usually when the drivers are crossing that white line, you're not able to overtake them anymore under yellow flags. It's not there. It seems to be nowhere. Pretty interesting. Let's get back to P9 here, as Rhino is possibly going to have a heated battle with Sashir. Where's the McLaren team in the standings? They're all the way at the bottom in P9. And I wouldn't suggest them battling too much. Rhino is most definitely the faster driver here on Monaco, and I would suggest Sashir to let him go past, because he's got a how do you say that, a rising bull right behind him. Sean in P10, he qualified all the way in P5, so he does have the pace here in Monaco, but will he be able to get past both McLaren drivers? It doesn't look like it's Sashir who's defending this P8 from Rhino. And I do think there's going to be some discussions in the McLaren team box, as Sashir now holding back his teammate. He's letting him go past now. Is he going to be able to defend Sean? It doesn't look like it. Sashir lets him go past. This is not great strategy by the McLaren team, as Rhino is possibly going to have to deal with Sean, as they already made a gap of 1.2 seconds to Sashir. And Sashir, what was going on in his mind? He just wants to keep it clean, I think. He gained 6 positions already, and he doesn't want to lose too many positions still here in Monaco. Haha, thank you, Benji. Yeah, it was really disappointing. You were in P1, you disconnected, you tried to get back, but unfortunately it retired you straight away. And now Geldy gets a run on the Ferrari driver. He's gonna have a great run, and the Ferrari driver seems to let him go past. Emotive Carrot not wanting to battle anything, but she might knew that Geldy was on way fresher tires as he is on 5-lap-old hards, Emotive Carrot on 11-lap-old hards, and Geldy is gonna try to go till the end of the race with these hard tires, I assume, because he has gone for mediums to hards at the end, well, at the beginning of this race. And I do think that he doesn't want to come into the pits anymore, although he might go for soft tires at the end of the race. There is another yellow flag, virtual safety car, and I'm not able to sing the safety car song when there is no real safety car. Kraggles retired from the session, entering turn 2. It seems like I'm gonna have a quick onboard drive with Shaft Badger as he's coming across turn 2 at the moment. Where's the Mercedes driver parked? He has been oh, the safety car is coming out, it seems like. So safety car song it is. I actually really want to make that song, but I feel like, yeah, I actually should, and then make people, well, promote it and then make people wake up with that song, like, safety car, it is a safety car situation. Safety car, it is a safety car situation. Everyone is driving on a straight line, except for when you're going through the corner. Safety car situation here in F1 Racing League. Yeah. Oh, I missed that. It's like a smooth groove while streaming, you know. It's Monaco, it's not fun to stream. Well, it actually is. It has been fun already, but Monaco, yeah, there's not many moves. So just people coming into the pits, and right now, a lot of other people coming into the pits. Rhino, Sashir, they made a double stack not work, because Chef Badger is probably... No, it's not Chef Badger. Who is it? AlphaTauri driver. Who's the AlphaTauri driver? Oh, it's Merv all the way in the pits, but he has been lapped already. He's just gonna finish it for the vibes. For the vibes. Sashir did get overtaken by 2 people, though, due to that double stack, including Smoogie. Smoogie using 4-lap-old mediums. Where did the safety car go? Oh, there. And if I were Geldy, would I come into the pits? Probably not, right? Where's Emotive Carrot? She didn't come into the pits, but she hasn't crossed the pit lane entry yet, I think. I do suspect a lot of people to come into the pits, actually. But it wouldn't be ideal to come into the pits right now, because the main reason you don't want to come into the pits anymore is because the guys can go at the fastest pace already, because there are a couple of guys behind the safety car already, so you don't really have to worry about the delta. Emotive Carrot, where is she gonna drop back to? She's been overtaken by Matko, who's going for soft tires. What an interesting strategy. I do think if you were racing here with still 25 more laps to go, you would go for hards to try and take them on the long run, but Matko doesn't seem to go for that strategy. He's going for the soft tires. Tampa has gone for mediums. Maybe they suspect another safety car to come. But who seems to be the biggest winner already today? I do suspect Mrs. Emotive Carrot to be that person, although Smoggy gaining 8 positions, so did Tofi. And then we've got our biggest loser, Benji Buckets, who I put... Wait, where did I put him? In P3, right? In my prediction? Yeah, I put him in P3. Who did I put as biggest winner? Sean. He's lost 1 position. That's not great. My biggest loser was Galdi. That's not great either, as he's currently in P2. And the rest of my podium, I think, was... Oh, Matko in P2, and... where is he? Merv in P3. No, Merv is my winner. He's all the way in P16. Oh, no. That's not great. But, well, I mean, I never got my predictions right anyway. Penalty-wise, what are the penalties looking like? 3 seconds for a couple of guys. We've got a drive-through. Once again, a drive-through for Murph. Oh, Murphy. Oh, this is not looking great for the AlphaTauri driver, and they're not really... Oh no, they're looking great in the championship battle. They're currently in P2, but they're not going to be scoring a lot of points today, although Tampa in P5. He might be able to score a couple of points for the AlphaTauri team, and then we've got Merv all the way in P16. How many points does P16 get? Let me have a quick look. P16 gets possibly, well, everyone gets a point. I think about 5 or 7 points. Good one. A good one. Well, actually, I remember this league only giving out points to the top 15. But I might be wrong. Or I might be right. Is it somewhere in the rules? That's a good... Let me have a quick look. Race settings, server rules, race rules. Race rules? It's not under race rules. Server member info, no. Race points information, there we go. Yes, so P15 gets 1 point and P1 gets 35 points. Fastest lap goes to, right now it goes to, I think it has gone to Galdi. It has indeed gone to Galdi. He's got a 1:14.7, and it seems like the safety car is coming in this lap, so we're going back to interval. So yeah, as things are looking like right now, Tampa will get 21 points on the board for the AlphaTauri team. The leaders in the championship are Red Bull at the moment, and they're represented by Matko and Benji Bucket. Benji Bucket all the way in P18. He has been DNF'd. Now coming around the last corner, when is Angry Guns gonna go? Or is Angry Guns gonna be shooting right after the corner? It does seem like it. Geldy now makes the overtake on the Haas driver. The Haas driver needs to get a couple of people past, although the Ferrari driver now making a move. This is looking very great. What the fuck is happening, Geldy? Why is he letting everyone go past? This is not looking great. What a safety car restart, and we've been looking at a 4-second gap difference from Angry Guns to Geldy, and I'm not too sure what Geldy did there. I think he got caught off guard with everyone just driving into his car, and usually guys would be seeing blue flags, but it didn't seem like that was shown today, although they are seeing blue flags right there, so I'm not too sure why they drove past or drove through Mr. Geldy. It seems like Sean is pretty close to the AlphaTauri team driver, and where's Alfa Romeo in the constructors? They seem to be all the way in P5. Matko now a 3-second time penalty, and a lot of people on 3-second time penalties though. What tires is everyone on? Matko just lost the position to Tampa, it seems like. Sean trying to make his way through the field. Does Emotive Carrot have a broken front wing? Doesn't look like it, as she's able to keep up with the Alfa Romeo driver right ahead. Is anyone coming into the pits already? I do think that a Haas driver was going to come into the pits, as he had a broken front wing entering turn 2. Back all the way to P10. Sashir. He has lost about 2 positions, or 1 position. 1 to Smoggy, 1 to Rhino. And he seems to have gotten that position back that he lost in the pit lane due to his double stack to Jeff Badger. I do think that the Aston Martin driver has been looking very clean and very smooth, although he qualified in P10, so he lost 1 position. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to make up for that loss. And right now in P11 he's got a penalty though, so he might be losing another position to Tofi. As Beard now gets another penalty. He's got a few already, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a quick look. He's got a drive-through and a 3-second time penalty. So Emotive Carrot seems to be making the move on Rhino right now. Or did Rhino try to attempt to make a move? Sashir and Chef Badger, who's going side by side. Who has gotten ring damage? Nobody, it seems like. And Rhino now on the tail of the Ferrari driver. We're looking at a lot of moves there at the front of the race. Tompa. No, it seems like Geldy is losing positions. What is happening to Geldy? They're going side by side. Now is Tompa going to be able to make a move down the inside of the Williams driver into turn 3? He's not close enough, so he's going to back out of the move. Although Geldy, does he have a broken front wing? He's just losing positions, and he's going into the corners. Very weird. What is Geldy doing here? Is Madgo going to be able to benefit from that mistake from the Williams driver? And now Sean on the tail of the Red Bull driver. Sean wants to retake that P5 where he qualified in. And Emotive Carrot got pushed back all the way to P7, although she was in P7 already. How many positions did she gain already? 7. Rhino on the tail of Emotive Carrot. It seems to be very close racing. And I think that safety car did very well for the racing here around Monaco, because everyone was outside 1 second of each other, and it seems like everyone is back within 1 second of each other. Now, Emotive Carrot right on the tail of Sean, and you do have to be alongside someone to be able to make that move here in turn 17. Now, coming across the last couple of corners of this lap, they're going into lap 20. Although it is going to be lap 19, it seems like. Sashir, Geldy came into the pits. He's just losing another couple of positions. Matko, who's gotten overtaken by Sean and Emotive Carrot. Now he's going to lose another position to Rhino. Around the outside into turn 4. Is Matko going to give up? It does look like it, as he tend to yield there coming into turn 4. Sean, Emotive Carrot, and Rhino seem to be one of the most consistent ones here, as they've been driving alongside each other for a couple of laps already since the race start. Emotive Carrot gained 7 positions, now 8 by overtaking Matko. Rhino gained a couple of 2, and then we've got Sean back in his familiar P4 position, although he used to be in P5 in the qualifying. Tampa now with a 3-second time penalty, as Sean is 3.2 seconds behind Tampa, who's got a penalty, so Sean needs to make sure he gets within those 3 seconds, and then he will be able to get on the podium today here in Monaco. But maybe we will be able to see some mistakes from the Alfa Romeo driver, or maybe from the AlphaTauri driver. Sean now coming across the last corner as Emotive Carrot is in P5, defending that position from Rhino, but I'm not too sure what's up with Rhino, because he was ghosted there entering that last turn. And he might have gotten a broken front wing, but right now Rhino with a good exit coming out of turn 1. Is he going to have a good run into turn 2? He's going to make a move. He's right on the tail of Emotive Carrot, but Emotive Carrot is not backing out of the defense. Emotive Carrot tries to defend this position with her life, and the Ferrari driver currently still in P5. Seems like a lot of guys at the back of the grid are having a penalty right now. Geldy in P11, Beer in P13, Widget in P14, Merv in P15, and then we've got Fubar in P16, all with a penalty. We've also got Chef Badger in P12 with a penalty. And now Rhino down the inside into the chicane. There's a little bit of contact, but nothing too serious, if I'm being honest. We've seen way worse there entering that chicane, and Emotive Carrot just had to back out of that move because she knows that Rhino is a little bit faster, although she's able to keep it right on the tail of the McLaren driver. And now Emotive Carrot is going to be able to make a move with the use of DRS. Is the safety car already into the pits for 3 laps? It does look like it. Now, right on the tail, she's going to have a little bit of slipstream. She's going to have a little bit of ERS. She's going to have the DRS, but it's not going to be enough. She doesn't have the pace on the straight. And now, Rhino still in P5. Emotive Carrot lost 1 position, and she's being... Oh, Chef Badger with the DNF. I'm not too sure what happened. It seems like coming out of that... what's it called? That chicane. He kind of lost traction, went into the wall, and is going to be DNF. So he is going to be right on the back of the grid here, as he is in the pit lane at the moment. Now Matko in P7, 7/10 behind Emotive Carrot. He's got that penalty, and looking at the front of the grid right now, Angry Guns has got a 3.4 second distance to Tomo already. He's not fighting to get to get on the board anymore, because he's all the way at the front already. Tomo in P2, and then we've got Tampa once again in the P3 position. So Tampa is looking very great, although Sean got within the 3 seconds of the AlphaTauri driver. So we might be able to see Sean on the podium, or we might be able to see Tampa on the podium. Smoggy with a 3-second time penalty, and I'm going to take another quick sip of my water. Smoggy DNF'd, and it is going to be Emotive Carrot in the pits. Is this going to be ideal for the Ferrari driver? Will there be a safety car? Doesn't look like it. And Smoggy, oh, Matko lost it. Oh, and he's reset back on track. I don't think that's allowed, Mr. Sean. Please take a look at this. I'm not ratting out anyone, but this is a fireable offense. Get out of this league. No, that's a joke, buddies. Rhino right now in P5, right on the tail of Sean. And is it going to be Rhino maybe on the podium today? He has been looking very fast. Now let's drive on board with the McLaren driver, as he has a good run coming into this tunnel section. Is he going to throw it down the inside again? Which he did to Emotive Carrot. He's not close enough though. Sean, who did have a decent exit entering the tunnel section. And Rhino, I'm not too sure what's up with Rhino's car right now, but he seems to be sliding. He seems to be fighting that car all over the Monaco Grand Prix race, as we saw that already happen into lap 20. Matko right now with a 5-second time penalty, corner cutting, and that's not what he's looking for. In P7 right now, someone seems to be in the pits. That's going to be Tampa. What tire is he going for, and what tire did Emotive Carrot go for? She went for medium tires. 16 more laps on these medium tires. That must be ideal for the Ferrari driver. And now Tampa is going for softs. Tampa has gone for soft, and this is not looking great for the AlphaTauri driver. Matko came into the pits once again. Is he going to retire from the session? It doesn't look like it, but Smoggy DNF'd. And now it's going to be both Haas drivers not being able to score points, and that's not looking great, because they are battling for that P4 position in the Constructors. And Rhino right now in P4, right on the tail of Sean once again, and we've seen this happen multiple times already this lap. Rhino being right on the tail of someone, and he's always made it look very easy to overtake that guy, although on Monaco it tends to be a little bit more difficult than other tracks, because you're not able to use a lot of DRS, you're not able to use a lot of ERS, and you just have to do it thanks to the mistakes that the guy ahead is making. But Sean doesn't seem to be making mistakes, as he's now taking the lead of 1.4 seconds on Rhino Hussey. The McLaren driver tends to make some mistakes every now and then, entering some corners, as usually and on the exit of the chicane he's making a lot of mistakes. But today I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to get on the tail of Sean again. 1.1 seconds. He did have the DRS, it seems like, but now Sean has to defend this P3 position. And what for strategy did Tampa go for? Soft tires for another 15 more laps here in Monaco. That is just putting yourself on the dead list. He's got a dead wish here in Monaco, and I don't think he will be able to make these softs last until the end. But Emotive Carrot probably went for the most ideal strategy. Geldy maybe has a pretty decent strategy. He will be on 20 lap old mediums at the end of the race, but I do think that will be enough. Widget now all the way P12, 14 seconds behind Beer. he won't be able to get into the top 10 anymore, as Beer is 1 minute behind Matko. Tampa now makes the move on Toffee, entering the tunnel section, and he's going to be making that move look easy. Toffee on 10-lap old mediums. Is he struggling already? It's not looking great if he's struggling already for Mrs. Emotive Carrot, Mr. Galdi, and all the other guys who are on mediums. Tampa is trying to get a little bit closer to Galdi, and Galdi right on the tail of Sashir. Will Sashir give that position again? Doesn't look like it. We saw him do it earlier to Rhino, and I think the other Alfa Romeo driver might have been Sean, might have been Mr. Beer. Galdi now right the outside into turn 1. They're going side by side. Galdi almost touching the wall there on the exit, but he is still right alongside Sashir, the McLaren driver and the Williams driver, into turn 2, into turn 3, into turn 4, as Sashir retakes P5. Galdi might have a broken front wing due to a couple of touches with the wall, but now Galdi with 6-lap old mediums, they're going to be a little bit more beneficial right now as he dives down the inside, almost touches the rear of the McLaren driver. But now, Galdi, is he going to have a good exit coming out of this corner? He seems to be a little bit faster than Sashir, but Sashir's defense is just looking great. He's not backing out of any defense. He's just a biter. He's just a fighter, like I always say. And now Galdi touches the rear of the McLaren driver. Did that cause any damage to the Williams driver? Tampa is able to get back to these two, and it is going to be a three-way battle here in lap 26 of the Monaco Grand Prix. Now Rhino all the way in P4. Sean, he's got a broken front wing. He went into the wall, entering turn 1. I'm not too sure what happened there, but he's got to come into the pits, and it's probably those 17-lap old hearts. He's got to come into the pits still, and Angry is the only driver on 25-lap old hearts. He's not come into the pits yet, and he's the only driver to do so. Will he be able to finish this race in P1? It should be, but Tomo right now, 13-lap old hearts, and he's going to take them with him till the end of the race. Will he be able to finish this race on those hard tires? Still 13 more laps. He will be on 26-lap old hards, and we see Angry Guns do the same. Angry Guns will have to come into the pits right now, or will he wait for a safety car? It's possibly going to be the second option, but it's not looking ideal because he's losing time to Tomo at the moment. He's coming into the pits. What tire will he go for? Soft or mediums? Possibly mediums, because the soft are not going to be lasting until lap 39. Mediums it is for the Alpine driver. He will lose 1 position. He will lose possibly 2 to Rhino 2. And now Sean all the way in P14 coming into the pits. He's got a broken front wing. He is on those hard tires, 70-lap old hards. And will he finish this race? He didn't finish this race yesterday in another league, but today Sean in P4 at the moment. He's possibly going to lose another position to Sashir and Galdi and Tomo and Emotive Carrot too. So due to that incident he had with himself, unfortunately, he has lost 5 positions. And let's have a quick look how many points he has lost in the Drivers' Championship right now due to that incident. 26 and 15, that's going to be 11 points lost due to one little incident. Sashir is... we saw him get back on track, putting himself back on track very dangerously as Emotive Carrot came out of that corner with high speed, and now Sashir in P7, and he's not going to be happy with this. Tompa is lost though of Galdi, and Galdi looking at a P4. Will Angry Guns be able to get back to Rhino and Tomo? Rhino is looking at 15-lap old hearts. He still has to take them with him for 12 more laps, but how many time is Angry Guns gaining each couple of corners? Beer with another 3-second time penalty, and he seems to be no way. Sean has retired from the session. He was on 0-lap old mediums, entering the chicane, and he's lost it. He's lost it. The Alfa Romeo driver, he's probably listening, and I probably put some pressure on his shoulders, but I didn't think it would have so many impact. Oh no, Sean in P10. He's not going to score any positions. Championship could be interesting after this. Yes, indeed. Benji Bucket is not going to score a single point. Where are the other guys? Merv. Murph, where's Murph? Murph! Wait, where is Murph? Oh, all the way in P13, so he's going to score a couple of points. I think about 5. And then we've got, who else is there? Benji Bucket, Murph, and Tampa. Tampa, currently in P5 on these 5-lap-old softs. Who else is there in the Drivers' Championship? Let's have a quick look here. Because there is a virtual safety car anyway, so... Oh, Tampa with a 3-second time penalty. Another penalty. And are we seeing a Ferrari there? Oh, no, I thought some Ferrari went into the wall. That's quite interesting. Tampa now, soft tire runner, AlphaTauri driver. Will he be able to get close to Geldy? He's within 1 second already, so he's going to have DRS down the main straight. He seems to be feeling very comfortable on these softs. Through the last corner, he's going to drain a lot of DRS to be able to stick on the tail of the Williams driver. But now Geldy defending this position quite nicely. He came out of that last corner quite smooth, not losing any traction, and he's going to be in P4 right now. Both drivers having a heated battle penalty-wise. They are looking at a 9-second time penalty for Tampa. He's going to lose a position to Emotive Carrot thanks to that. And Geldy might be able to get a position loss to Emotive Carrot if they're going to be battling heavily here. Angry Guns now on the tail of the McLaren driver. Will he get close enough to make a move into turn 1? Possibly Rhino with a 3-second time penalty. This is not looking great, as that means he will lose that position automatically to Angry Guns, the Alpine driver, who is currently in P5 in the Drivers' Championship, and Angry Guns is gonna score some great points for the Alpine team. Now, right on the tail of the McLaren driver, he's gonna have DRS, he's gonna have ERS, and he's gonna make a dive bomb down the inside. No, he's going around the outside. The McLaren driver yields, or doesn't he? He doesn't, and the Alpine driver into the wall. He had enough room around the outside, but the McLaren driver decided to squeeze him into the wall, and that is going to be a broken front wing for Angry Guns here. Unfortunately, the medium tire runner, the Alpine driver, with 1.2 seconds behind already. I don't think he should come into the pits. I don't think he's going to have to come into the pits, because Geldy is 16 seconds behind. If he comes into the pits, that's going to be a guaranteed position loss. 1 to Geldy and 1 to Tampa. And if he stays on track right now, although he's losing a couple of seconds or tenths every now and then, but will he lose 1 second each lap? It's going to be 1.5 seconds each lap to be able to lose that position to Geldy. But still, then you've got that 3-second time penalty that Geldy has. Will it be enough for Mr. Alpine driver, as he's really losing the toe of Rhino at the moment, and Rhino will definitely get a penalty for that. So if he can stick it within 8 seconds of the McLaren driver, he might be able to get that P2 from Rhino Hussey. Emotive Carrot with a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be her first 3-second time penalty, and now Tampa doesn't really have to worry, although he needs to make up for 6 seconds on the Ferrari driver, and he is going to lose a position thanks to that, but maybe Emotive Carrot is going to get another penalty. You never know. Angry is coming into the pits, it seems like, and he loses that position to Tampa and Geldy. He's gone for medium tires once again. He's losing a position to Emotive Carrot, and I don't think this was the perfect strategy for the Alpine driver. He should have stayed out, and he should have just driven with that broken front wing, although there is a bigger chance for crashing out, well, to crash out after a broken front wing. But if you can cope with that broken front wing, you will be able to finish that race in P3. But right now, looking at P6, a real comeback race for the Alpine driver. Angry Guns, who's 3.5 seconds behind Emotive Carrot, is getting chased by Mr. Tofi. And I'm gonna have a quick look tire-wise how the strategies are looking like. 18-lap-old hards for Tomo. So are there 19-lap-old hards for Rhino. Then we've got Geldy with those medium tires. He won't be able to get back to the top 2. And then we've got Tampa on 8-lap-old soft. He's trying to get on the toe of Geldy. Geldy, who seems to be... Oh, he's got a broken front wing. He will not be able to defend this position from Tampa. Tampa, will he come into the pits? He will not. It will be Geldy coming into the pits, who's got a broken front wing. He will go for soft tires, and Tampa now takes that podium position. Emotive Carrot is having a heated battle. No, it isn't. No, she isn't. Sorry. It's not an object. She has a broken front wing, and Emotive Carrot in P6 Is she going to lose another position to her teammate? It does appear like that. And Tofi, to be honest, he has done a great race, keeping it consistent. He has gained 14, 15 positions right now. 1 to Geldy, 1 to Emotive Carrot, and Tofi, what a strategy. Starting all the way from P20, is going to score some good points on the board right now. I think about 25, 21 it possibly is. Let's have a quick look. It is indeed going to be 21. And Tofi, what a race. Biggest race winner of the century. Well, driver of the day of the century. And oh, Rhino being pretty close to Tomo. These two are going to have a heated battle. I know that Rhino is pretty fast. He might get a penalty for that incident with Angry Guns. Angry Guns, who's, by the way, closing down the gap to Tampa. And Tampa, he's not going to feel comfortable on these soft tires. 9-lap-old softs already. Geldy has gone for softs too, so he might be able to defend P5 from Tofi, but I mean, Tofi, 18-lap-old mediums. What a strategy he's gone for. Angry Guns makes that move on Tampa already. He was right on the tail, just made that move look easy, and off he goes. He's not going to be able to get any closer to Rhino and Tomo. Maybe if they're going to be battling really, really, really heavily, that they're going to be losing about 3 seconds a lap, but I don't see that happen. But I mean, Angry Guns is on medium tires. He's on fresh medium tires. Those two at the top are at around 20-lap-old hards. It's not looking great for the guys. Oh, my apologies for that lag right there. It's not looking great for the guys in the top two. Oh, Rhino with the broken front wing. Well, it is actually looking great because they're 20 seconds ahead. But if they're going to be battling with each other heavily... Rhino, does he have a broken front wing? It doesn't look like it on my screen. He's sliding all over the track. He's sliding all over the track, and he's got to yield out of the move. And Tomo now takes a lead of 1.5 seconds. There's 11 people who are still in the race. If one driver DNFs, we're going to have a 50-50 race with 50 people. Well, not 50 people, but 50% crashing out, 50% not crashing out. And I've had worse. I've had a league race. I think it was a 100% league race, where I think there were 3 finishers, and that's really disappointing as a league owner, where you've got 20 people on the race start and only 3 make it out of the race alive, and it's not always great. But he did give them double points, so yeah, it's really depressing as a league owner to not have many people coming across the line, because I was a league owner myself. I'm not too sure if you guys knew, but I was a league owner myself. We had some chaotic races, and a couple of guys who then scored some good points on the board were so happy, and I was just so disappointed that only 5 people came across the line. I think Monaco was one track on that list that not a lot of people survived, but right now more than 50% make it alive. Rhino, we saw that happen already a couple of times there where he almost went into the wall, and we just see his rear slide all over the place. I think it is that kind of setup where you want to have your car sliding all over the place, because some people get speed out of sliding all over the place. So me myself, I'm a driver who likes to put a lot of throttle on the throttle when going through a corner, and then slide your rear through the corner, and then just go and take a lot of traction down the main straight. And I really was very fast doing that. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I was really fast. I didn't put any practice in, and I was always in the top 5,000 of time trial. But of course, time trial is not the race. I was more consistent in time trial than I was in the race. I didn't really feel like I was able to push that much with that strategy I was using, but you can definitely see Rhino is using the same strategy. He's just sliding through the corners, trying to get a lot of traction down the main straight, and it seems like it's paying off right now. AP2 having a heated battle with the Williams driver Tomo as they're running 22-lap-old hards, 3/10 difference, but Rhino does have that 3-second time penalty, so Tomo is just gonna try and keep up Rhino as much as possible, but not make any mistakes, because the sooner he's gonna make mistakes, the more, well, the sooner Rhino is gonna be able to get away. Also, if he gets some kind of penalty due to an incident, he's gonna lose that position to the McLaren driver. So Tomo, what he has to do right now is just try to keep Rhino behind him as much as possible without taking any risks. If he's alongside, just let him go through. Try to stick within that DRS and that slipstream, and then you will be able to get that P1 on the board because Rhino has that 3-second time penalty. Emotive Garrett right on the tail of her teammate. 21 lap old mediums for Toffee. Is he going to give this position to Emotive Carrot? I'm really wondering, because Toffee, he's lost a position to Matko. He's lost a position to Geldy. But right now, looking at some good points, he's going to let his teammate go through. And Toffee will take P8. He's got to be happy with that. Came all the way from P20, currently in P8. He's gained 12 positions, as that is going to be your biggest winner of the evening. Rhino still having a heated battle with Tomo. We're 1.5 hours into the stream right now, but it has been a pretty amazing stream, if I'm being honest. My commentary, I think it's one of the best I've ever seen, and my previous best commentary video was also on Monaco. So my English here in Monaco seems to be on top, as I'm not making too many errors vocabulary wise and grammar wise. So Rhino at the moment in P2, 1 second behind Tomo, and I don't think he's gonna be able to pull it off. Angry Guns got, wait, he made up 20 seconds to these guys on 6-lap old mediums, and he's 6/10 behind Rhino. Is Rhino gonna give this position up? Is Rhino gonna give this position up? It's not looking like it, although he's letting Bo go past. Yeah, actually that's very smart from Rhino, because he's gonna lose that position anyway due to his 3-second time penalty. Angry Guns is on 6-lap old mediums, and the more that Angry Guns is gonna be battling with Tomo, he might be able to benefit out of that. Now he's 7/10 behind Angry Guns, and Angry Guns is 1.2 seconds behind Tomo. Tomo seems to be pushing really hard, but so is Angry Guns. Tampa lost the position to Geldy. Geldy retakes P4 here in Monaco. What are the penalties looking like? 9-second time penalty for Tampa, as he's not going to lose a position to Matko, so it will be 21 points for the AlphaTauri team. But the main thing we are looking at right now is Angry Guns making a move into turn 4. It seems like, although he's not going to have enough traction through that corner to be able to make a move, maybe into turn 5, maybe into turn 6. No, it is going to be in turn 5 already. He's going to outbrake the Williams driver already into turn 5, and then is going to be moved on. He made it look easy. He didn't battle too much with the Williams driver, and I don't think this is what Rhino was hoping for. Although, what is Tomo doing there? He was slowing down a little bit. It seemed like he wanted to give Rhino a little bit of a challenge trying to get back, as he slowed down a little bit, just trying to tease with him, saying, "Oh, you can't catch me." And now Angry Guns on these 7-lap old mediums. Was it the ideal strategy from the Alpine driver? It does look like it, as he takes a 2.5 second lead already in half a lap. And everyone is outside 1 second of each other. We do see a lot of penalties, but I do believe that is very natural here in Monaco. I'm going to be totally honest with you. We've seen some great racing. Murph, who I thought was going to be your race winner, is all the way P11. He is winning something, and that's going to be the last driver to not crash out. Well, the last driver on the standings who's not crashed out. And then who was my other thing? It was Benji Bucket and Matko. Matko actually got a P6, so not too bad. Beer with another penalty. I do really wonder how many penalties he's got already. 15 seconds. 50 seconds for Mr. Beer. He is 1 minute behind Tofi, so I'm not too sure what he's pushing for, but I would say that pushing that much is not really suggested. As you want to finish this race, he is in P8, so he's going to score some good points. And Angry Guns has made 2 stops already. Tomo has made 1 stop, and Hussey has made 2 stops. We've got Geldy, who has made 3 stops. He already had a couple of position front wing changes. And the biggest winner of the evening is gonna be Tofi. A good mention is Widget too, who's gained 9 positions. And then you've got Rhino and Tomo. Both got into the top 3 by keeping it clean and just keeping it clean. I mean, nothing else can be said about that. It's all about keeping it clean on Monaco. And the guy who's been able to do that the best is gonna be Angry Guns, as he comes across the line to capture that P1 on the podium. Tomo in P2, and then we've got Rhino coming across the line for a P3. Is Galdi going to be able to capture this P4? It does look like it, as he is 10 seconds ahead of Tompa. Tompa, he has made it on these softs. What strategy, 16-lap-old softs. That is an absolutely amazing performance from the AlphaTauri driver, as he's going to catch some good points. 21 points on the board for the AlphaTauri driver. And where will he come? He will come ahead of Murphy. And maybe also ahead of Benji Buckets, although he's not close enough, is he? He probably isn't, no. Matko now in P6 as he's coming around the last corner. So is Emotive Carrot. No, it's not Emotive Carrot, it's Beer, who has been lapped by a couple of drivers already. Matko coming across the line. Emotive Carrot now coming across the line for a P7. Is Tofi going to be able to get that P7? Stooped away, doesn't look like it. He is 6/10. Well, he was 6/10 too slow during this Monaco Grand Prix. Otherwise, he would have gotten a couple of more points on the board. But I do think he wanted to give that position to Emotive Carrot. She's been looking very great here in Monaco. Beer now has been doubled already, so he's not going to be able to finish this race. I mean, he finished it already, but to complete 39 laps. And that was going to be your Monaco Grand Prix. Driver of the day is going to be Tofi. I cannot agree more, as the Ferrari driver got 12 positions on the board. Congratulations to him, but also to the podium, as it is going to be Angry Guns in P1, Tomo in P2, and Rhino Hussey in P3. Further, we've got Gelti, the Austrian driver, Tompa in P5, Matko, the Slovenian driver, in P6, Emotive Carrot in P7, Tofi in P8, Beer in P9, and Widget in P10. Further, we've got our DNFs. Well, Merv is not a DNF, but he has been lapped 2 times. Merv in P11, Sashir, Sean, Smoggy, Chef Badger, Fubar, Craigie, Kraggles, Craggy, Benji Bucket, Thatchers, and Yongi, who didn't survive a single lap here in Monaco. So congratulations to everyone who has made it across the line. Congratulations to everyone who has not made it across the line. You did very great here in Monaco. I'm gonna get my thank you thing. Here we are. All right, guys. This was I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This was my best commentary video. Like, honestly, I've commentated so smoothly and everything happened so nicely and all that kind of shit. I need some go faster strives. Tofi, you did great, buddy. Thank you for the follow, by the way. But Monaco, I mean, I've never seen such clean racing. Thank you, Geldi. Appreciate it. I've never seen such clean racing around Monaco. It's crazy to think that more than 50% are able to come across the line, but we did saw a couple of wing changes. I think it was more than 20. I'm going to be totally honest with you. With the guys who DNF'd, of course. So you got 9 people DNFing, so that's already 9 wings. And then Geldi had about 2 broken wings. Then we had Sean with a broken wing. Who else had a broken wing? Tompa with a broken wing? Yes, he did. Yeah, I'm probably getting there. So my 20 front wing change prediction, gonna be honest with you, I got that correct. Angry Guns, did he have a broken wing? I can't quite remember. But guys, Angry Guns, congratulations for your win. By the way, everyone, a quick shout out to myself. Well, a question from myself. Is the quality of the microphone better? Because I got myself that was terrible for me. Chef Badger. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's a good one. You didn't manage to finish the race, did you? Oh, all right. By the way, guys, just a small question: is the quality of the microphone better? I just need about 3 people to answer me, because I got myself a new headset, right? And I want to know if it. Not sure the safety car song didn't sound any better. What do you mean? It did sound perfect. But honestly, this microphone compared to my other one was so many more expensive. I think it was times 4, times 5 maybe. So, thanks, Gali. Appreciate it. But my previous one was also good, but it was just here, and then when I did this, right? When I was talking like this, of course nobody talks like that, but when I talk like this, um it picks up weird sounds and like sometimes doesn't pick up the sound, but sometimes does pick up the sound. So yeah, of course, this one it's always going to be the same direction. If I talk like this, it's going to sound the same. If I talk like this, it sounds the same. So yeah, that's really something I wanted to invest in, and yeah, good investment. I'm going to be honest with you. But guys, thank you very much for watching. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator, and hopefully we're going to be back next week. Uh, no idea what track it is. I guess we will be seeing next week. I think I saw Qatar. Is that possible? I don't think it's Qatar. I don't think it's Qatar. Yeah, I don't have it with me. Silverstone. Silverstone it is. Thank you, Chef Badger. Appreciate it. So, guys, I'm going to finish off the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. VB Thomas as your commentator. Peace out.